Hey Andrew, how you doing? I got your work up right here. I was reading your writing here. I just want to make one quick point. It's just a rough draft. It may change drastically before the final project. That's a relevant comment, and the reason I say that is because you don't want to. We've been working on this, and remember way back in week one, I described that this class is set up as a studio, kind of mimicking a studio setting where I will play the part as the art director or the creative director, and you'll play the part as the designer. So the reason I want to bring this up is because as you work with a creative director or an art director in a project in a design setting, you're going to be continuously working and receiving comments. So therefore, this comment wouldn't make sense that you're going to drastically change before the final project, because theoretically you should be working on what you and the artistic director or the art director or the creative director have been discussing through the weeks, right? Do you see what I'm saying? So it would be antithetical in a studio setting to make drastic changes in between the submission of an iteration and the final project. Hope that makes sense. It's a pretty important concept. So if I can make clarifications, please let me know. But that's really important. So let me know that makes sense to you. If not, I'll see if I can find a better way to state that. Okay, I was looking at the ad. I think the ad is actually, I think it's fantastic. There's a couple of problems with the ad. The first is that we don't have that masked image. Remember, we're required to include that masked image from assignment 2-1. The next thing is the placement of the logo and the handling of the logo. This logo is distorted. And just so you can see what I mean, I'm going to see that. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do this. 220. I want to show you the logo. Here, I'm going to open this guy right here. Okay, that's not the logo you used. You used this logo right here. Let me cancel it. You use this logo right here. And I'm going to show you what happens when we look at this logo next to the original. How can I do this? Let's do this. Let's move that right there. Let's move this right over here. And, well, gosh. Okay, now we're here. We can see. Okay, so anyways, you can see the shape of this logo right here. It's not the same. And you can see it with the logo marks. You had the logo marks much taller and thinner. This is shorter and wider. And that typically happens when you place the logo and resize it. So when you place it, remember when you resize, you select the logo and you drag the corner of it. You hold the mouse key down and grab the corner. Well, what you want to do is you want to hold your shift key down. That's going to constrain the aspect ratio, the proportions of that logo, so that you can resize it without distortion. I want to talk about the placement of the logo because I think that we can do a much better job placing the logo. Right now, it's almost just placed smack dab in the middle of the ad. Almost seems like an afterthought, not much thought placed in that placement of the logo. My recommendation is to place the logo in the lower right-hand corner. The reason I say that is because it actually is a great exit strategy. Typically, we're going to exit the composition at this area anyway, so we might as well reinforce the client branding by including a logo right there, okay? Think about your typefaces. Arial bold for the headline, Arial bold italic for the subhead, and regular Arial for body copy. This almost certainly looks like a bold typeface right here and here. So you want those in Arial regular. Also consider using purple for that color. I think the black advances too much in the composition. I think that the address is a little bit too large. I would reduce the size of that. Okay. So other than that, I think we're doing fantastic. You got a really fantastic start, but just those couple of things, I think we have to bring the requirements in, and then we have to redistribute some of the visual weight and just a little minor adjustments therein. Okay. But we got to get that masked image from 2-1 in this assignment as well. Okay, great start. Questions, comments, concerns, or if I can provide any clarification whatsoever and anything I've said in the last 4 minutes and 20 seconds roughly, let me know. I'll be glad to make any clarifications. Very nice work. Thank you very much for sharing.